forgot. I had like a topic.
So much suspense.
I had a topic, and then Jay's has reactions on his camera.
Yeah,
and it was like it was popping up random bubbles, and I got distracted like checking my reaction settings, and I totally lost this topic that was brewing in my mind.
Okay, I got to rant on that then, because they know that this is a problem. Apple, meaning Apple knows that this reaction bullshit is a problem, and that it has been a problem since the beta. People have reported it. People internally, according to sources closest to the information, have reported it to very high up people. This is supposed to be fixed.
They've gone to Steve Jobs' grave.
I mean, Steve Jobs would not put up with this. I'm not one of those people who ever
I wouldn't
likes
put up with Steve Jobs.
Well, I mean, but I'm one of those people who never wants to invoke this would have happened under Steve, because it's such a false fallacy thing. It's a bullshit thing to do. But I will say this: this is some sort of like sloppy ass, like bad program managed, bad like product development, like bullshit. When you have a feature like this that you highlight and tout, somebody wanted it in the fucking keynote so that they could get promoted. That's really what it was about. They didn't bother to actually think about the implications about what it would mean, test it, or do anything with any of the, feedback. And it's bad, and makes people like Brett have to check their reaction settings to make sure that his settings are correct, so that you're not with your fucking therapist having balloons coming out when you're talking about the death of someone. Like, genuinely, what the fuck? This is such a bad feature. All right, my rant's over.
Well,
meanwhile, Jeff is cycling through all of them.
Jeff found the button.
Jeff is cycling through all of them. What about death? Hold on. I can do balloons.
Well, yeah, because the visual cue that turns on balloons is like a peace sign. And when I'm talking to my therapist and I am most frustrated, I do, like, listeners can't see this, but I like put my hand on my head in a way that looks like I'm holding up a peace sign. And it's more of like a look of frustration, or
it also looks like a cry for help just a little bit now that I'm watching you do it.
And then I'll be doing that, and then all of a sudden balloons will come up, and it's always during like the hardest part of therapy for me. But I figured out how to turn it off. It doesn't just turn itself back on, so it's cool. It should be opt-in. It should not be on by default. But
the stupid thing is, it's based on the application.